So Tiger Ambush, go ahead and grab yourself some of this cool merchandise. It will be linked in the description or the comment section. Thank you for the support and enjoy the video. What's up, you guys? This is Tiger Master G60XC and welcome to another video. Welcome to Chit Chat. Oh gosh. Pause. Chit Chat. Chit Chat with the Tiger Master. Oh well, I had like a little I don't know, a brain fart moment, but welcome to Chit Chat with the Tiger Master, where I post every Friday. I have a little talk down video about various topics that come to my head, or you may suggest. So if you got anything that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. Remember to turn your notification bell because I post every Friday. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends, all that good jazz. So today we're drawing this Goku remix. This is Tigertober Day 1. Since I am going to be making these drawings, I guess, for 30 days straight, I'm not really sure how I'm going to like kind of align these videos being posted, because in theory, I guess I have like 30 videos I could post once a week, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to take literally forever to get through all these videos. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to post something on either Monday or Wednesday, one of those days, and more than likely I'm not going to be talking in those videos. It's just going to be a regular speed draw. So I tend to only talk on Fridays, and if I make a tutorial, that ends up being posted on Mondays. Anyway, if you do want to watch me drawing these Tigertober drawings, I will be live streaming them on Twitch. If you want to be notified when I am streaming on Twitch, go ahead and turn your notifications on the Twitch app. The link is in my bio, and or you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I always let people know when I'm streaming on Twitch on Instagram, but that tends to be after I've already been streaming on Twitch for a little bit, so you might end up catching a little bit of the end of my streams. But if you want to know right when the stream starts, turn your notifications on Twitch. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this drawing in the end, but right now we're going to talk about the topic at hand, which is about references and why references are a necessary thing and you shouldn't be ashamed to use references. Now, some people have a little, I'm going to just discuss, I guess, like the opposing view. The opposing view is that if you do use references, then you're not being creative, you're not a true artist, because it's not coming directly from your head, which is absurd, because anyone who's been to like I mean, if you go to art school, what are you using? You're going to be using some type of reference. Anyone who's had art class, you're using some type of reference, right? Why? Because the teacher is showing you how to do it. It's not like it's coming straight from your head. Now, there are exercises where you do draw straight from your head. That is necessary. However, in order to learn different things such as like anatomy, just like general stuff, like if you've never drawn a flower before, how do you expect to be able to draw a particular flower without looking at a reference? It's not necessarily that you are less of an artist at all. It's just the fact that you want to use your resources so that you can be as accurate to the source material as possible. And that's the crazy part about it. I feel like if you are a part of those group of people who look down other people for using references, then you are you are a sad soul. You need to loosen up. You need to realize that you didn't learn how to draw just from osmosis. Most people have been inspired to draw based off of like cartoon shows they've seen on TV. Did you not draw like your favorite character? Like, let's say you were into something like Adventure Time. Did you not draw Finn and Jake? Did you not draw the Princess Bubblegum? Where did you learn how to draw Princess Bubblegum if you've never used a reference on Adventure Time? Did you just come up with, like, seriously? I mean, in theory, yeah, I used to actually, in school, I'm not gonna lie, like in school, I used to draw Adventure Time, I guess, in like anime form, and I actually do have a digital drawing of this. I'm not sure if it's on my Instagram or not. I'm not sure if I ever posted on my Instagram. but it's definitely on my DeviantArt. And I used to draw that in school. Like I used to like sketch it, and I used to, because Finn's design is pretty simple, but if I were to like just draw Finn, I guess in theory I would have had to, but since I added my little anime flair, you know, but that's referencing. Why? Because I obviously didn't just come up with the bunny ears and the book sack and the blue shirt from just out my head. Obviously I've got that from like a source material. And also, like, let's say for instance you're doing something like a comic book. Do you really think people like Oda, who made I said made as, you know, as though One Piece is finished? One Piece is never finished. Is One Piece ever going to be finished? I know One Piece is supposedly ending, but you know, it's not. It's ending, but it's not ending at the same time. But anyway, you really think that Oda did not use references while drawing certain poses? Do you really think Horikoshi, who made Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia for the English version, you think he never used references? What about Kishimoto, who made Naruto? He never used references. Akira Toriyama with Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball manga, he never used references. I could go on and on. I could go on and list people who are very popular, well-known manga artists, and you mean to tell me they never use references? I bet people don't even know this. I'm gonna tell you a trick. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. A lot of backgrounds in mangas, you ever seen like very well done, detailed backgrounds? A lot of the time, these artists actually go around and take pictures, or they use pictures that are already, I guess, maybe like free sources. And they just, what they do, they desaturate it so that it's only grayscale. They put it in grayscale. And then they might increase the contrast so they can look more comic booky. And they might add their little flair to it. They might add a little bit more details, or like they might add more grass in a certain area, or a couple of trees. They might edit a building a little bit, but the basis of it is literally taking a photo and photoshopping it. People don't know that. People think that these artists, I'm not saying all artists do this, and I'm not saying that artists that do this, they do this all the time, but sometimes, you know, you gotta use a little something to help you out. And people think that these artists aren't using references or aren't using some type of source material. Like these like some mangakas actually Photoshop pictures and put it as the backgrounds for their comics. Did you know, like, I don't know if people know this, but there's a lot of models that are being used, like digital modeling, now that you know, it's not just like traditional. You don't have to just be 100% traditional to make manga anymore. So you can pretty much utilize different programs like Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint, and people use modeling tools, 3D models, to create different objects, different backgrounds, to either cut time or to eliminate the fact that some people just aren't the greatest at drawing backgrounds. If you've ever, I feel like the best way to find out if someone actually is using a model is if you take a drawing, take a manga page and color it. And if certain things look way too pristine, more than likely they used a model. The characters itself are more than likely not modeled. But you can do that. You can actually use model poses. You know, it's just, I'm trying to use this to point out to people who might be on the fence with referencing and be so like stingy and are gatekeepers to the art community and saying like, oh, you can only do this, you can only do that to be considered a famous artist or a professional artist or a good artist or whatever the crap you want to say. Realize that a lot of these great artists that you know use references. A lot of people are using different things and utilizing different tools. They're not just drawing it straight without any type of help. And that's the irony. See, that's the difference, I feel like, between I guess, amateurs and professionals, is that when you get to professional level, you realize after years of drawing that if you can, I'm not saying like shortcut it as in steal someone's stuff. I'm not saying that, but if you can save yourself some time, you will utilize that. Like, you will utilize it. So if you can save yourself some time from burning up your brain trying to figure out how the heck a sunflower looks, what sunflower looks like, and you've never drawn a flower, you can save yourself some time by just simply Googling a sunflower and referencing off of that. Now here's a little thing that I guess is maybe controversial. So when it comes to actual like character poses, for instance, with this drawing, obviously, I don't know if you couldn't tell, obviously this is Goku, right? Meaning that I referenced this from Goku. It's some Goku drawing. It's even, I believe, at the right side of this video. You can literally see the drawing that I'm referencing. It's no secret. it's no surprise. But the controversial thing is about using characters and referencing off of that. So I saw one instance. Now I'm definitely I'm almost 100% certain that I'm not going to be able to find this this Twitter post again. This was like a couple of months ago, or maybe like a month or two ago. But basically there was, and it just happens often, but basically there was an artist who referenced off another artist, and the artist that got referenced was like, oh my gosh, like you should have given me credit. And I think the artist was complaining that when like a famous person, or like when someone references you and they get more likes than you did on your original drawing. Look, first of all, I want to say something about this freaking like thing or whatever. Look, likes will never compare, I feel like, to the actual worth of your artwork. If I cared about likes, you guys, I would not be still posting on Instagram. I would not still be making YouTube videos. You know how many likes and views I get? I get like an average, maybe like 10 to 20 views on my YouTube videos. If I cared about the social media aspect of art, I would not still be an artist. You do not be an artist to try to get famous. But anyway, my whole point about it is like, if your art is good, your art is good. There's always going to be someone who's going to appreciate your art. You might have people who are close to you, friends, family. You know, they might not see your work in your art. They might still think that you're not that good of an artist. You can be drawing freaking, I don't know, full blown Michelangelo level artworks, and friends and family will still like sit there and be like, oh, you're not as good as A, B, C, and D, or A, B, C, and D knows how to do it, or whatever, you know, and you don't, or you didn't illustrate it fast enough, and you know, all that crap, right? It's like, don't live up to try to please other people with your art. Please don't do that. Just try to be satisfied and have confidence in your own skill, because in the end, someone will recognize it. You don't always need friends and family to be recognized. I just want to put that out there. And you don't always need fans to be recognized. Sometimes you just need friends and family. There are different ways. There's people who just literally popped up out of nowhere and has blown up. You wouldn't have thought that, right? Just out the blue. You wouldn't think someone who draws trash can actually get famous, but it happens. Or you wouldn't think that someone who draws really good wouldn't get famous, but it happens. Anyway, my point is saying, with this person was talking about how the person who referenced them got more likes and blah blah, was demanding the other person to apologize. Another person apologized kind of half-heartedly, was like, you know, showed like the original artwork and her version. Just like, I was sitting there confused. Like, I really don't see the similarity at all. I don't understand. I guess they have similar poses. The poses were similar, but they weren't the same, right? It doesn't even make sense. And this is the thing. Like, I don't feel like people have a monopoly over poses. If I reference a pose, you don't have a monopoly over that particular pose. There's someone else who did the same thing. And I'm almost 100% sure that you didn't just come up with that pose out of osmosis. You saw it somewhere. So are you going to give reference and credit to the person that you saw the same pose? You might not even realize that you could have just saw it off of TV and you just ended up drawing it and you think it's your own. It's more than likely not your own. I mean, shoot, if I reference, like, this is the crazy part. Like, if I reference myself standing, do I now need to give credit to every single person who has ever drawn a character standing? What about tossing a sword or punching the screen like this drawing I'm doing? Do I need to now reference everyone who's done that? No, I don't think so. I feel like the only time you should probably reference or, you know, give some type of credit is when you're literally taking a character that's like copyrighted, right? And basically doing the same thing, like fan art, for instance. Like, but at the same time, I sit there when you draw fan art, I don't know how the heck someone wouldn't think that you referenced. You know what I'm saying? I think this was like a case I was talking about with tracing and copying in a video I did. I think almost over a year ago with like I think I was drawing Palkia. For this collab, and I was discussing that and how people thought that this person had traced just because they referenced and it was fan art, and I guess it was very similar fan art, and people just was like, oh, it must have been traced. Look, this is the sticky situation now. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Me personally, I feel like if you're just drawing your own OC and you need a pose reference, go for it, because I don't know how the heck you're supposed to get your anatomy correct if you don't reference somebody or something. And it's not fair for someone to say that they own a pose or to demand you to give credit unless you're, I don't know, like it has to be literally like tracer level. Like you put the drawing that was referenced and you put the drawing that was made on top of each other, and it's like the same thing. And obviously that's a case of tracing. It's not a case of referencing. You get what I'm saying? It's a case of tracing. It's not the same as referencing. No one said to trace. Always try to make your stuff your own. That's the whole point of art. But the argument that people have monopoly over certain things is unrealistic, because that's exactly what art is. Art is literally like taking influence from different people. It's almost absurd to try to put this huge claim that you must be the original person who came up with a certain thing. Now, it would have to be something unique, like, I don't know, like a certain character style, or even that. I think I even made a video about how you can't even have really a monopoly on art styles. I mean, because in essence, whenever people draw different, if you're trying to draw fan art, I feel like people still don't draw it exactly the same. Like, I've seen it happen. Like, you know, when Horikoshi draws Midoriya versus when like a regular fan draws Midoriya. It's Midoriya. Because it's not Midoriya. I know it's not Midoriya. I'm saying it like Naruto when it's Naruto. But you know when it's Horikoshi drawing it and when it's not. You know where the Akira Toriyama draws Goku and it's not going to be 100% exact. And even artists' own art styles change as time progresses. Like, if you look at older versions of your art, you can still tell it's your art, but it's slightly different, because as time goes on, you start implementing other influences from what you see, and you practice different things, so your art style either improves or downgrades. I've literally seen art style downgrades. I don't know, or it's just a matter of taste, because that's another thing. Some people's tastes change, and they might not like drawing anime anymore, and they start drawing more like cartoony, and it just looks different, and you might have preferred the anime style of that person and not the cartoony version. You might think that they're not original anymore, and la 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 la. In the end, it's up to the artist of what they prefer. Now, that's a huge tangent. I guess this is completely off from the whole idea of referencing. My whole point with referencing is that use references, because the more you get used to drawing different poses, the more you're able to actually do that on your own. But you're not going to be able to do it on your own without using a reference if you don't start somewhere. So beginners to professionals, they use references. It's not going to kill you. It's going to save you time and heartache from trying to figure out how the heck to draw something when you could have just Googled it and found out how the heck to do it. So that's my recommendation. Now with this drawing, this is Goku Remix, obviously. Inktober. Well, it's not Inktober anymore. Holy crap! Don't copyright me first, because you know the original person who made Inktober actually trademarked Inktober. That's why no one says Inktober anymore. You can't print any like your own art books that says Inktober, because the original dude, I think last year, trademarked Inktober. So all the stuff that all the art books that people made that had Inktober in the title was pretty much taken down. So that's why people are doing stuff like Blacktober, OC-tober, Witchtober. What else have I seen? I've seen all types of different tobers. Cute Girl Tober. I've seen all types of different tobers. So I'm doing like this Blacktober prompt, but with my own little thing. So the first prompt was Childhood Fave. The other runner-ups was Ash Ketchum, and the Powerpuff Girls. Basically, Pokemon and the Powerpuff Girls were like runners up. Pretty much all I watched growing up when I was really young was freaking Pokemon. That would have been good, but basically, I went on the Blacktober hashtag and I saw people already drew Powerpuff Girls and Ash Ketchum, and I was like, yo, I can't do that. So what's another childhood fave? Oh my gosh, Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z. That's where I started drawing. When I first started drawing back when I was like, I used to have a book. I used to have a sketchbook with tracing paper where I used to take a Dragon Ball Z magazine, and this was like what, 2004, 2005. I was little. And basically I would trace like Dragon Ball Z characters, and that's how I really, like, I guess first started getting into drawing. Sadly, those drawings were lost in a terrible event that ended up happening, but in the end, like, that's kind of how I really got into it. Then we had literally like all the different Dragon Ball Z tapes lined up in the house, and I used to have Dragon Ball Z action figures, Dragon Ball Z movies. I literally would try to dress up as Gohan and do Dragon Ball Z things whenever it's show on TV. I love Dragon Ball Z like so much. My art style is actually, it might not seem like it, but I take a lot of references from Dragon Ball Z. I actually have a Dragon Ball Z it's not Dragon Ball Z, it's called Dragon Ball, but I have a Dragon Ball comic book that's on my desk, that whenever I do draw like comics and stuff, I do reference off of that. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z is one of my childhood faves. So I thought drawing you know, my little Goku remix would be the best thing. This was a lot of fun to do. Honestly, I had to try to do it quick. I thought I was super quick. What's crazy is that the recording is only 50 minutes long. But the actual drawing, like the actual live stream, was 3 hours. And I know like I take breaks and all that type of stuff, and I didn't necessarily start drawing this Goku drawing right off the bat on the Twitch stream. It was like a couple, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes later. I don't know. It was something like that. So this drawing really didn't take me 3 hours, but the stream was 3 hours. So I think it was like between 3 hours it took me to draw this, but the actual recording of the artwork, because I didn't record the whole thing, ended up being 50 minutes. Anyway, you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about, Tiger? Let me get to the point. Look, this was a lot of fun. I've been doing some little practices with different gradients, and then I'm also trying to shade, just have fun with shading, and try to be a little bit quick with stuff and not be too angsty and overly detailed, because I hate little things being out. So I always want to like perfect different things, but basically what this Inktober thing is doing, this Tigertober, my bad, because I am going to make a book with all 30 of these drawings. I think there's 31 days in October, so 31 of these drawings. It's going to be called Tigertober. Anyway, look, what I'm saying is that I learned a lot, and it's teaching me to be a little bit quicker with stuff, and hopefully I can implement this when it comes to like drawing my comic book. I could be a little bit quicker when it comes to coloring. I don't have to be 100% exact on everything and still end up with a good quality artwork. So anyway, if you want to see the high quality, high def version of this artwork, is available on my Patreon, link in my bio. I guess I also have like I don't know if I'm going to put the coloring page on there. Probably am going to include the coloring page, so if you want to color it, you can. But yeah, I think one of the cooler things that I did with this was with the highlights. I didn't originally have the highlights like that, but when I was just like experimenting, I put it on Ad Glow. I was like, yo, what the world? That's why I always recommend when you are drawing stuff to like try out different layer types and see what the heck happens when you do it, because you can end up with like a super amazing and unique like coloring that you wouldn't have otherwise did. And then I had a lot of fun with the background. I did not even think the background. I was like, what the heck am I going to do with a black background? And all I did was like a gradient. And then bam, I was like, what? I don't even know how that happened. I'm not really sure what color I used on the gradient. And I didn't even know that I had like the layer on like a different type of what layer type. I don't really know what the heck happened, but whatever happened looked so cool. And I was like, yo, I gotta make this galaxy theme. So then I started adding like stars and stuff and all types of different things to make it pop. So this was good. I hope that the next Inktober prompt with the Blacktober, Tigertober prompt is just as fun. I really don't know what the heck the next prompt is, but follow me on Instagram if you want to see my drawings or whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your opinions about referencing, and do you agree, disagree, blah blah blah. Turn your notification bell, because I'll be posting every Friday to chat with the Tiger Master, and I'll probably be posting either Monday or Tuesday with the other Tigertober drawings, because I'm sure I'm not going to be posting Tigertober for 30 weeks. That's crazy. I said like a billion times. Anyway, excuse me for saying I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day, and check me back next week. Bye-bye. Are you dissatisfied? Do you want to see more content from the Tiger Master? Well, go ahead and join me on patreon.com/thetigermaster to get exclusive content, including sketches, work in progress, and comic book pages. In addition, there's also Patreon exclusive merchandise. So join me today on patreon.com/thetigermaster, and thank you to all of those who support me on Patreon. Thank you, and I hope you come back next week for another video. Goodbye. Did you know about like the Black 12 disciples? You probably wouldn't have known that, because that has literally been whitewashed. But you can look at Russian icons. I bet you just Google Russian icons, you can see that literally a lot of